We are at the Olympic cauldron with the mastermind of the Vancouver Olympics, John Furlong. Thank you so much for joining me.
Pleasure.
So hard to believe it's been 10 years since the Games, and it's snowing today, something that you guys didn't have much of.
Yeah, it's about time. 10 years ago, we were, rushing like crazy to finish up the preparations on Cyprus. We'd been through, I would say, for the want of a better way of saying it, a month in hell, trying to prepare for that. It was nothing like what we had expected. We had anticipated that we would have had more snow than you could possibly imagine, and we had none.
Yes.
So we had to go find it, and we found it, and our team worked a miracle up there, and we were ready to go on the night of the opening ceremonies.
Over the years, Olympics has changed. They're struggling to get cities to host them because it is so expensive. When you look at your experience, is the return on investment there?
Well, in our case, it is there. We did this as creatively, as thoughtfully, as cost-efficiently as you can. We respected our commitments to the public, to the country. We lived within our means. And so the story about Vancouver is we're the go-to, the one that they point to, and they say, you can do this modestly, and we did. So countries have made mistakes. They've spent sometimes too much money, agreed to do things they maybe shouldn't have done. And today, the whole Olympic movement is going through a reorganization and a reconfiguration. And so cities that bid in the future will be doing it differently and paying less, and that's a good thing.
Do you think Canada could host again, or maybe even...
Well, Canada will host again. It's just a question of time and where. The most important thing, and this rarely gets spoken about, is you have to have a good reason. It's not just good enough to say, let's bid for the Olympics and have 2 great weeks of sport. You need a bigger cause than that. Here, we were very much about trying to give the country this thing we did together. Every province and territory was a formal partner with Vancouver 2010. They invested funds in the project. We went to every town in the country. We wanted to bring the Olympic flame to everybody's front door. We brought in volunteers and staff from everywhere. This was the country's project. It's very, very hard in Canada with our geography to do that. So that was our goal, to give this, nation-building experience to the country. And I think everybody would say, looking back on it, that we achieved that.
And once the Games were over, Furlong felt the country had gone from this reluctant, humble place to a confident champion of a nation. He says if Canada ever decides to host the Games again, we'll be even better at it. In Vancouver, Mary Cranston, City News.